around the world and across Nigeria. If you're still watching, this is Enterprise Morning on Enterprise Television. Now to our main conversation for today. The former chairman of 21 out of 23 local government areas in Rivers State staged a protest on Monday at the various council areas.
The former council boss is loyal to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom, protested in their local councils despite an adversary against protests issued by the State Police Command.
Very true. In Abonema, Akpor Local Government area, just like in Bogoma, the council headquarters of Ariolu Local Government area, former chairman Oneyigio George, along with his supporters, marched through the streets of the town as they gyrated to songs in Wike solidarity and waved placards with inscriptions. Sing Fubara can continue to act as he likes. There's no vacancy in Ariolu Council, while asking the police to continue occupying the council headquarters.
The demonstrators later presented a protest letter to the Rivers State Police Command, who had earlier warned against any planned protests by the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, NULENG, scheduled for June 24, 2024, but has turned around to protect, recognize and accept the protest by Pro-Wike ex-local government supporters. It is fair to say the Nigerian police have become partisan.
Very true. Is it fair to say that the Nigerian police has suddenly become a partisan? Yes, very true. So the question is it fair to say that the Nigerian police have suddenly become a partisan? Because what they say is different from what they do, particularly with this issue. Let me start from you, Dr. Olanka Oyebile.
Well, it is very difficult or hard for me to either say the police has become partisan or not. And the reason is simple. When you look at what has happened, yes, you have said they should not protest, but they went ahead in all the local government to organize themselves. As a police commissioner, I will look at it. If I decide to disperse this crowd, do I have enough manpower for the 23 local governments? Do I have the manpower to disperse them, or should I allow them to go ahead, and since they were not disruptive, do I allow them to go ahead, let them do their protests, we collect their letter, and then whatever we can do after that? Perhaps that was what was in the mind of the police commissioner Disu. That was why he did what he did. However, I have a problem with the way people are looking at the issue in Rivers State, or some people. Is there any governor in Nigeria since 1999 that has not violated the local government law in terms of removing duly elected local government officials and putting in caretaker committee? The Constitution doesn't have room for caretaker committee. It's just like the governor. Can the president say that because the election is not going to hold in the state for some for this day, or maybe the governor offended the president or something, can the president say he will remove an elected governor and put a caretaker governor there? No, or acting governor. But we have allowed the local government, just like Barrister Ofeli was saying in the before, yeah. We have made the local government so subservient to the governors that the governor do anything they like with the local government. So we're in a situation where governors can do anything with the local government, that is the reason why what is happening is happening. It is not as if Fubara is the first governor to dissolve local government. And in this case, it is not that he even dissolved it. The issue is that their tenure was over. The House of Assembly, or a faction of the House of Assembly that extended their tenure, also break the Constitution. Because in the Constitution, there's nothing like that says they should extend their tenure. So, what I see there is that we decide to criticize or support when it is this man. But when it is another man, we think is wrong. What we need to do is to say that, look, what is wrong is wrong. As we have at the governorship level, there must be a specific day or a specific time that this local government election must take place in every state. It doesn't have to be the same in the state. There must it must be sacrosanct. Now, our National Electoral Commission cannot say that election, I think Edo and which other state now we hold elections soon. The National Electoral Commission cannot say those elections will not hold at the time they will hold. Therefore, the president or the National Electoral Commission will appoint an acting governor. So we should have the same system in the state. We know when these local governments are elected. We know when their tenures will end. And it doesn't matter. The issue in Rivers State, why it is the way it is going now, is because the local government chairman or the former local government chairman were elected under the tenure of former governor. And so the current governor, because they are not supporting him, thinks that the best way to do it is to dissolve it. If they were to still be in the same camp, I'm sure he wouldn't have asked them to go. But then, two wrongs don't make a right. We must find a way. And as he said, let me also refer to what Barrister Ofeli said earlier on. Because House of Assemblies are always in the pocket of the governors. That is the reason why we are having this problem. Because if the House of Assembly are not in the pocket, if our various houses of assembly are not in the pocket of the governor, it won't happen like this. So the best way to do it is let us find a way, whether statutorily or whatever. And we are operating a federal system, and when we say we are operating a federal system, we should operate it in all ways. I'm not one of those who think that the National Electoral Commission should be the one conducting election for local government. The local government or the states must find a way to make the State Electoral Commission independent, so that it is not what the governor wants. Because in all this now, if election were to hold in Rivers today with the former local government chairman, I can assure you that none of the local government will be won by supporters of the governor. Yes, because the local government chairman will be the one in charge. Okay. So that's it. But tomorrow now, if you want to hold the election, all candidates supported by Fubara will win. Is that an election? No. All those things that we are doing are just mimicry. They are not democratic at all. But we must continue to point fingers at the wrong side and agree that this is wrong. I think they must find a way to solve this problem.
Very true.
Okay, thank you. Over to you, Barrister Evans. What do you think is the best way to solve this problem? Looking at the way it is going, and now it is saying the police are now becoming partisan.
Well, if you want to solve problem, conflict resolution, if you want to solve problem, you must first of all identify the source of the problem. Now, these local government chairmen were elected into office 3 years ago. They took an oath of office, and they were elected into a tenure of 3 years. Now, at the verge of the expiration of their tenure, the State House of Assembly made a law, passed a law that their tenure had been extended by 6 months. Now, when that happened, some persons went to court, and the court ruled that it is unknown to our jurisprudence that after the expiration of your tenure, you cannot have a State House of Assembly to extend your tenure. That the State House of Assembly have no such powers under the law to extend the tenure of local governments. Now, the local governments, the outgone local government chairman now, came up with an argument that the State House of Assembly have a right under the law to do so. That if you look at Section 97, they cited some other sections of the Constitution where the Constitution says, in times of emergency, referring to the State House of Assembly and the National Assembly, if it is such that the country is unable to conduct election in times of war, the Constitution especially say war, that the tenure of this, the National Assembly, the State House of Assembly, shall be extended by 6 months. So it is clear, the references to National Assembly and the State House of Assembly. Now, the local government chairmen were arguing that the local government, the State House Assembly of Rivers State only amended the law to make same in tandem with the Constitution to protect them as local government chairmen. You understand? So I was with one of the local government chairman of Akpor Local Government on a TV station on Saturday, and he kept venting that he made a statement that he either has the power to hire, have the power to fire. And I asked him, who is this person that have it? He said, because in 1999, the tenure of local government chairman was actually 4 years. They went in with the normal president and they left at the same time. But after a passage of time, you know, there was an amendment across the country, many states reduced the local government tenureship to 3 years. You understand? So he now said that that same act of reduction to 3 years, the same National State House of Assembly can take it to anywhere, whether 6 months, 1 year, whatever it is, that they can do anything they. So, but I now asked him a question. You took an oath of office to serve your people for how many years? He said 3 years. I said, okay. Now, has the 3 years expired? He said, yes. I said, so why are you still saying you are still the subsisting local government chairman, Akpor Local Government chairman? He said, because the State House of Assembly made a law. I said, that law was quashed by a court of law, a competent court. They said, now they are on appeal. Okay? So, and the court of first instance said they should go and maintain status quo. Status quo will mean that you return to where you were before you came here. And as the time you came here, your tenure has expired. He said, no, that nobody can remove them. Now, the police took over the local government authorities and all that because the people were already having problems with the local government chairmen and all that, calling them failures. Now, they went ahead to still protest. The police had made an order, nobody should protest. But I think the order made by the police is also wrong. The police is not a court of law. They have no such power to grant orders. The police have no such powers to tell people not to protest. However unreasonable the protests are, it's a constitutional right.
Yeah, but they felt there were informations that it was going to be infiltrated.
Well, yeah, what they would do is to bring in mobile policemen that are trained, who will disarm insurrection. Nobody will die. They will disarm everybody. They have the expertise. You understand? So you don't say because you had information that is going to be violent, then you will now stop them from coming and no. If you have any information to be violent, mobilize your men to disarm them once they want to get violent. But as to protest, it is a constitutional right of either the local government chairman or anybody to assemble peacefully and protest and submit documents and do whatsoever they want to do. But the truth is that what they are doing now by protesting is contempt of court. It's contempt. And I said it on national TV, like I'm saying here now, that what the local government chairman, the outgoing local government chairman are doing in Rivers State is a clear description of treason. The definition of treason under our law is when you make an attempt to take over the country through any other means other than election or any part thereof, you can be charged for treason. What they are doing, that their tenure has expired by a fraction of time. The principle of law is called a fraction of time. And now they have overstepped that to perpetrate themselves, to take over a part thereof. Rivers State is a part thereof of the country. That's treason. So the IGP should look beyond don't protest or protest. But to file charges against they are 23. File charges against them. It's because you are not really addressing the issue proper. If you file treason charges against the 23 of them, you will not see them again. They will run away. So you have given them all this to keep making you cannot put something on nothing and expect it to stand. You collapse. You took an oath of office. In fact, the Akpor Local Government chairman told me on air that the people, because I asked him, he said the State House of Assembly have a right to renew their tenure over and over again. And I asked him, how about the people? Under democracy, the people that employ, the people can also engineer that you'll be fired through impeachment. Okay? So they are the ones that you make. But I noticed that all through the broadcast, all through the program, there was no time he ever made reference of the people. The average Nigerian politician know that the people are an afterthought. There was no time he made mention of the people. The people who are supposed to be the harbinger of democracy. He was talking about how the State House of Assembly is the one that have the power to do this. They, as the local government chairman, they will see carry out their function. At no point did he mention the people. So it tells you that our democracy is not about the people. That is why we are not progressing. We're not about the people. So until we get back to co-opting the people into the true process of democracy, we are going nowhere. And just like in Rivers, that's how it is in all the states. Don't be fooled that because Rivers is today the flashpoint, then you now begin to believe that it's just Rivers. That is how it is across the country. Then I fought Fubara also for indulging in this caretaker committee chairman, because what Fubara did, initially he said the administrator should take over. The next day, he started swearing in caretaker committees. What Fubara has done is not different from what the local government want to do. They are both aberration. Fubara is in the place in the eyes of the law where those people are. The only difference is that Fubara have immunity, and the local government chairman don't have immunity. That's the only difference.
All right. So just like a barrister did say, call it treason, call it insurrection. When all of this come with no consequence, especially at this time when the Nigerian police force is protecting and receiving their notes and all. But most importantly, when the protesters are singing the praises of the Nigerian police and asking them to keep, on staying in different local government areas, how do you think we would, find a lasting solution to this issue?
Well, it's still the same thing. The protesters that are saying that they are praising the police are those who support them not allowing the other party to enter the area. So that's not the way to solve it. It's not the way to solve it. The way to solve it is for them now to sit down and think of what to do. Like what I would have thought the governor should have done is to allow the most senior administrative personnel in the local government, who is a career civil servant, to take over and administer until he's ready for an election. But in his own wisdom, he thinks having a caretaker chairman or caretaker chairman is the best. So, well, let's see how it pans out.
Thank you.
Very true. Choma, this leaves us with the very big question, just like Barrister did say, in all that the chairman of Akpor Local Government area, never mentioned the people. And it's so unfortunate that in all of this, the people who are, the most important element in all of the formula are not brought into the picture.
But they suffer the more.
Yeah, exactly.
They suffer the consequences. That is all we have for today.
Yes, very true. So this is just the size of our package for this episode. We'd love to say thank you to Barrister Evans Ufeli for being part of our show.
Welcome.
Dr. Olaika Oyebile, thank you so very
much.
much also for being part of our show. We truly do appreciate your time and the discussion we've had today. But most importantly, we'd love to say thank you to you for making out your time and being part of our show today. We sincerely do appreciate you. But please do visit our website at www.enterprisetvnews.com and also like, comment respectfully, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. I am Henry Igwebike.
And I'm Choma Okoye. Thank you.
On behalf of the entire team, thank you once more, and bye-bye for us.
Bye.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.